What's up, everybody? It is Monday, January 23rd. I did a little traveling today. I'm out in Los Angeles. So we had a nice move up. The S&P and NASDAQ has surpassed its pre-January 15th tax drain high. Dow is lagging a little bit, but that'll come up. If you may recall, I said that the market would rally into mid-February when we get the quarterly interest payment, and then we are going to go through a period of consolidation because you got a March tax drain, you got the big April 15th tax drain. So look, folks, I don't know, what more can I do to give you these exact scenarios that you can make money off? I mean, I have people don't say you need more time. And I'm not just saying this with respect to, trading or something like that or investing. It's just an excuse. When you say, no, I can't do anything, I need more time to analyze, I need more time to understand, I need more time for this or that, that is just pure and simple an excuse. Time will not lead to action. Action leads to action, okay? Time is a way to procrastinate. Time is an excuse to put things off. Time is a rationalization to yourself. It's kind of like a mental masturbation. That's what it is. I mean, stop with the I need more time. I need more time to think about it. Just do it. Like the saying, Nike, just do it. Do it, make corrections if you have to, but I don't know. I cannot overemphasize the power of action. Nothing happens without action. This notion of time, I mean, think about any scientific progress, any scientific achievement, any scientific discovery. It comes from action and then reassessing what's been done, examining the outcome, the empirical evidence, making adjustments. It's not sitting there going over theorems, coming up with theorems, then writing a new one, then making an adjustment. Take freaking action. Stop with the I need more time. I mean, why do you just, you're playing with yourself. Success is easy, folks. You don't have to be a genius. You don't even have to be particularly smart. Success, and this is universal. I'm not talking about trading. I'm not talking about investing. This is universal. Action and perseverance is what produces success. You have to take action. I mean, forget about this. I need to study more. I need to learn more. There's always going to be something new to study. There's always going to be something new to learn. I mean, if you take that path, you will never achieve anything. You will continually put before you another thing that you have to spend time on. And let me tell you something. Time is the only thing that once it's gone, we can never get it back. You can get back money if you lose money. You could even get back health sometimes if you lose your health. But time is something, once it's gone, it is gone. You can never get that back. So I really don't understand this attitude of some people, or this excuse that, I mean, they lean on this like a crutch, and they hold on to this as if it is something, really, really important that they have to conquer. This idea of, I need more time. I mean, when is it going to be enough time? When is it going to be enough time? Einstein was considered, or is probably considered, one of the smartest human beings to ever walk the face of the earth. He came up with ideas that transformed our understanding of things in the universe. Basic things like gravity, like space, like time. And still, he never felt he came to, his whole thing was about a unified theory of the universe. Some kind of unified theory, right? He didn't believe in kind of any kind of randomness, but he kept on doing things. He kept on postulating. Like for him, that was the action, okay? I mean, stop now with the I need more time. More time to do what? I mean, you only learn from applying what you have, and the learning process is forever. So what are you saying? I got to keep on learning and learning and learning, and then someday, when I'm 95 years old, and I will have learned everything, which is impossible, okay? Because there's always stuff to learn. When I'm 85 or 95 years old, yeah, then I'm going to take a shot. When I started trading, and my introduction or my beginning was, I went down to the floor of the New York Futures Exchange. I didn't know anything. Before that, I was a salesman working for Merrill Lynch. And then I leased a seat on the New York Futures Exchange right at the time. This was, 1982, right at the time when stock index futures, started trading. And I went down, I leased a seat. I had no idea what I was doing. I never traded futures. I never was on an exchange. I had absolutely no idea what I was doing. But I put myself in there. I threw myself into the ring. And I learned from doing. That's really how you learn. From doing. What is this time? I'm not ready. I gotta wait until I feel ready. You're never gonna be ready. You're never gonna be 100% ready. Never. And to put up an impediment like that, a roadblock, if you will, to your own success, I mean, you're just afraid. You're racked with fear. You are afraid of success. You do not want to succeed. You do not want to let yourself succeed. What is the thing like? It's not, it's not the critic. It's the guy who's in there in the arena with the blood and the dust. That famous quote, was it Teddy Roosevelt or something? Man in the arena. Get in there. Apply. Try. Just try. See where it takes you. Make adjustments. Try small. A lot of the videos that I make and I talk about, I encourage starting small. All the time I encourage starting small, and I make the analogy, or I try to make you understand that success is a growth function. It doesn't go like, from the bottom of the mountain to the peak in one shot. I mean, it's step by step. I tried to give you guys like personal experiences that I went through that have nothing to do with trading, but just to to kind of shed light on the process, to give an analogy, to give a metaphor of what we're trying to do. When I did the Grand Canyon rim to rim in one day, when I did the 14,000 foot, in the winter when it was snowing in Colorado, and all I thought about was like just one step after another. Just, Mike, do another step. It was hard as hell. The Grand Canyon rim to rim hike was the hardest hike I ever did in my life. 26 miles in one day, 11,000 feet elevation change, going from 25 degrees Fahrenheit to 104, and then back up to like 30, something degrees, 15 hours. And then that 14,000 foot mountain hike when the snow started hitting us at the top and we couldn't see anything. There was no trail anymore. I didn't know if I was going to step off the side of a cliff. And the altitude, and I was just like, just do one step after another, man. One step after another. I mean, stop with, I need more time. Just stop with, I need more time. Just freaking do it. That's it. Apply. Even if it's one element of the things I talk about. And the other thing is, like, I give you the macro picture, okay? I mean, I don't know anyone out there who tells you, like, okay, on this day, it's going to go up until this day, and then on that day, it's going to go down until this day, and then these things are correct. And it's not because I'm sitting here with some kind of crystal ball, or I'm some kind of fortune teller or a genie. I explain to you, look, these massive flows are coming in, then they're getting drained out, okay? On balance, in the big picture, when you step back, there's a constant flow every year, positive, into the economy from government spending. That's why I tried to explain the other day why didn't I get really bearish in last year in 2022, even though I told everyone here, I told you guys that we were going to have a massive record contraction in fiscal. All right? That we would go from a 3 trillion deficit, 2.9 trillion deficit, to like, a 1 point something trillion, a record drain of the financial balances of the economy. Record. And it was out there when it happened in the media, a long time after I said it was going to happen. It was written about, it was spoken about, but of course it was written about and spoken about from, oh, isn't this great? The government just saved blah, blah, blah. But because I teach you that, yeah, if the government saves, it means it took it away from us. Why didn't I get bearish and go short? Because I knew you're still going from like 7 trillion annual spending to like, 6 point something trillion. That dwarfed even what we had in the pre-pandemic years. And we're still running deficits that, if you go back to the days of George W. Bush and the great financial crash, when a $250 billion deficit was considered like, oh my God, we got $1 trillion deficit. I mean, so the water keeps on flowing into the pool. That's why I'm not going short. I know there's a correction coming. I tell you guys that. And then you tell me like, I was wrong. No, I was not wrong. I just personally chose not to short that. I waited for the pullback to end. This is how you build wealth. You don't build wealth by chasing after stocks when they're on the top of the mountain peak, very expensive. You build wealth when you wait for these things to happen and you could buy them on the cheap. Look at Netflix. Netflix has recovered all of the big crash of last year when everybody sold because it had, 1 quarter of disappointing earnings and a loss in subscribers. I bought into that whole dip. It has recovered all of that. JP Morgan, I told you they were selling that stock at 105 when it had bad earnings. I said to buy it. I mean, what more can I do here? What more can I do here? What is the point? And then it's like, I need to study more. I need to learn more. Action. Take freaking action, okay? Take the diapers off. Become an adult. Take action. If it doesn't work out the way you want, make a correction. But take action. I mean, it's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. Why do you put roadblocks up in front of yourself? Why? Why? What is holding you back? What is the fear? What is the paralysis? Where does it come from? Start very small if you're anxious, if you're nervous. Build some consistency. Make mistakes. It's important to make mistakes. Make mistakes. You know how a guided missile reaches its target? It flies its course correcting the whole entire time. It's good to make mistakes. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Like this is, but stop with the I need to study more. I need to No, you don't. Because we're never, and don't think I know everything. I don't. I don't know anything. Okay? I know a little bit of a niche thing called MMT and a little bit about trading because I've been doing it for 40 plus years. I make plenty of mistakes. You're always going to make mistakes. This idea that you got to wait and study and wait and learn and wait and study until one day, everything's going to be perfect and aligned and you're not going to make mistakes and it's it's just going to be a 100% trajectory to success. I mean, that you're so living in a fantasy land that I cannot even put words to it. Take freaking action. Anyway, that's it for today. Bye.